Peace Collective. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Milan. I am an intuitive tarot reader and psychic medium. If you guys are new here to this channel, welcome. If you guys are returning, welcome back. It means the world to me. Each and every single time you guys join, thank you guys times 1,000 for being here and for deciding to spend your time and your energy here with me in these readings. As you guys know, this is going to be another general collective reading. However, we're going to get into another deep dive today. As you guys can tell by the title, we're going to look into the energy surrounding Jay-Z and Beyonce at this time. If you guys are ever interested in readings that look more into celebrity culture, entertainment industry, music, sometimes politics, I got an entire playlist already curated. It's called the Deep Dive Series. And that's where you guys can find more readings just like this one. If you guys are ever interested in love readings, this channel offers live streams as well, personal readings. All that information is going to be in the description box down below like always, okay? Just as a quick disclaimer, you guys, this is not a fan page. This is not a stand page or anything of the sort, okay? Everything in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay, until proven otherwise. If you guys don't like the vibes here on this channel, okay, you guys don't resonate with the message, you don't like the subject matter, okay, it's free 99 to just click off the reading. There are plenty of other readings on this channel for you guys to tap into and to check out if this is not the one for you today, okay? If you guys do like the vibes here on this channel, if something resonates with you, it's free to leave a like, share if you care, subscribe. I would love, love, love to have y'all here, part of the family, okay? So at the time of this recording, Jay-Z actually just wrapped up his 3-night show that he had in New York, up in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium. I want to say it was like 30 years of Reasonable Doubt, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Obviously, I wasn't there, but I definitely saw quite a few clips from the last 3 nights, and it looked like a packed bucket house, I'll say that, okay? He had Beyonce out there working. Blue Ivy was out there working, okay? Rihanna popped out. I was really surprised to see Nas and Eminem, if I'm going to be honest with y'all. I definitely was not expecting that. Clips was there. Pharrell. Swizz Beats. They did a DMX tribute too, which I really didn't fucking like because I think everybody and their mom knows that DMX did not fuck with Jay-Z, okay? So, like, how fucking dare you? But I digress. That's not what this reading is about. But anyway, he had everybody and their mom out there, it seemed like. And I give credit where it's due. I'm really not, like, a big Jay-Z fan. Of course, I like maybe a handful of songs from him. However, I don't really go out my way to listen to Jay-Z necessarily. However, I will say he did seem, in the clips that I saw at least, he did have some pretty solid stage presence. He seemed very engaged with the performance and with the crowd and things like that. He looked like he was in pretty decent shape, okay? So I give credit where it's due. However, him and Beyonce being up there, that yucky looking kiss that they gave, I was like, ugh. It was giving definitely very performative, okay? And he had Beyonce come out there 2 different nights and perform. So, you know, shout out to them. But in the same breath, like, it definitely feels like the grand finale before some really heavy shit comes out of nowhere almost, okay? So, yeah. Oh, also, too, I want to apologize to you guys because I do have a Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift reading that I am going to do. I promise. I just feel like I haven't really been so connected to that energy as I thought I was. So that's why I haven't really gone into it and posted it yet, but it is coming. I want to get into this first and get this out the way. But I promise there is going to be a Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce reading, okay? But anyway, we're going to get right into this, you guys. If somebody wants to timestamp the reading, you are more than welcome to. Thank you very much ahead of time. I have a King of Wands here to represent Jay, being that he's a Sag. And then I have a Queen of Pentacles to represent Beyonce, being that she's a Virgo, okay? So we're going to get right into this. Oh God, I can't help but think about Rihanna up there on stage. She just looked so drunk. I don't know, was she drunk or something? I know she'd be smoking, but like she was up there kind of stumbling. Shout out to Rihanna, but whatever. We're gonna start with B, okay? I'm surprised they were even in the same place like all these years later on the same stage, same night. But anyway, let's start with Beyonce, okay? What is your energy like at this time when it comes to Jay? Please and thank you. What's your energy like at this time? Please and thank you. When it comes to Jay. Thank you. Ooh, you have wedding day. Okay. It says there's a wedding going down. Obviously, they're already married. From me to we, from uncertain to official. Everything feels so much more defined now. Okay, so anytime I tap into her energy, I always get the ride or die and the Bonnie and Clyde energy, not going anywhere, like somebody who will stick it through till the very, very end. Like it would have to be the worst of the worst of the worst. Like she would have to be forced to get the fuck away from him, I feel like, with this wedding day. So yeah, she's standing 10 toes in it, is what this feels like so far, at least. And I meant to say this too, but anytime I tap into her energy, I do seem to get this repeating feeling of like a mental, like a fractured type of mind frame or mental state. Not right now, but that just seems to be a reoccurring thing. But let's see. Why is it here? Wedding day? Oh, okay. Plot twist. And then you have expecting. Interesting. So this could also be about birthing something new, almost similar to the Empress energy. Doesn't always have to be like a literal pregnancy. But the plot twist card, okay, it says new info just dropped and it's juicy. Ooh, okay. Suddenly the dots connect and the real story is showing up. Oh, geez. And it says a new life is forming, ready or not. This changes the vibe, the stakes, and the whole storyline. So you have two different cards showing up behind one another about something drastic changing. Okay, a major shift, a switch happening. The whole storyline is changing. A new life is forming. So again, that's just because she's pregnant on this card. This could be the plot twist about a major life change, a lifestyle change, just overall, okay? Not literally so much about being pregnant. New info just dropped. So if new info is dropping, if depending on what this new info is, okay, that maybe Beyonce is involved in or aware of regarding who she's married to, that energy could create a lifestyle change, allegedly. Okay, everything in this reading is alleged. All right, I don't know anything. But let's see. The real story is showing up. The real story about what? Yeah, falling in love here, whether they saw it coming or not. The heart's getting involved and it's getting deep fast. This is more than a fling. Okay. Okay. Why did I just get that? I just got to download more so about a third party energy though. This is more than just a fling because again, we're in the energy between her and Jay-Z. So obviously it's not just a fling. Like they've been married for quite a long time. But anyway, I'll come back to that in a second. But you have a bottle, looks like of whiskey here. It says boiling point. Pressure has been building for too long. This situation is one spark away from full-blown combustion. Okay, so damn. It almost gives this vibe of, again, standing 10 toes. I love this man. I'm not going anywhere. Wedding day, okay, Bonnie and Clyde. But like I just said, she may have to be forced. There could be a situation where she's forced to get out of the way. When something here is reaching a boiling point, it's like it can't sustain any longer. You don't have a choice but to do this or do that, right? To avoid some type of full-blown combustion here. Let me get one more on this, please. There could be pressure building in the relationship or whatever type of information is coming out, okay? Yeah, and this is weird because you have a bottle of alcohol on a flame burner. Looks like a gas burner on like a stove range or something. They're gonna blow up the whole damn house doing that, okay? I'm not thinking they come up with a whiskey brand, Sir Whiskey or Sir Davis. That's what it's called. I don't. Okay, why is this here, please, Beyonce? A plot twist in your energy? Why? What is this? Ooh, okay, spilled tea. Gossip is currency, and someone just cashed in. Okay, I just heard something about TMZ. That could be important. It says, and someone just cashed in. When the tea is this hot, you better believe it's being passed around. Okay, so there's some type of, oh, fuck. Damn, I don't want to say that. Ooh, I just got to download. Oh, and look, this card, the only card that's flipped over is this envy vibes. Look at that. Out of all these cards, envy wears many faces. Sometimes it shows up as fake support, fake concern, or unsolicited advice. Envy vibe. She could definitely go to like a spiritualist is what I'm getting with that. But the download I just got, you see how this plot twist card, it looks like a film, like a director's cut. Okay, 11:11 on the timer as I'm about to say this. Something filmed on camera that's been maybe chopped and screwed and edited involving Beyonce. Yikes. Okay, you better believe it's being passed around. Okay, please connect the dots as y'all need to see fit. Something being passed around on a movie, on a camera, or something here has been passed around. Some type of gossip involving obviously the person she's married to with this wedding day, and something here regarding her. Ooh-wee. Okay, this envy vibes, I'm gonna keep it because it was poking out for a reason. Yikes. Okay, we need one more on this, please. Envy wears many faces. Yeah, and it's funny that I'm getting this too. She could feel like, or maybe sometimes, not all the time, but she could feel that maybe sometimes Jay is like envious of her. It's like part of her knows Jay wouldn't necessarily be in the position he's in to a certain degree without her being attached to him at the hip. Again, she's got like this fractured mind frame, you guys. One part of her, again, is Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die, not going anywhere till the wheels fall off. And the other half of her also kind of feels like it's almost giving Get Out vibes, okay? Sunken place, allegedly. What is this envy vibes about, please? Wow. Yeah, toxic ties. I told you, so she's aware, okay? She's aware to a certain degree. This isn't a victim-villain story, okay? It's a messy entanglement where both sides are contributing to the destruction. Wow, that says a lot. That says a lot. And yeah, the thing too with Beyonce, I get like very high level, high ranking witch with her the same way I do with Taylor Swift, okay? I think that's why there's like this weird tug of war imbalance or something between Beyonce and Jay and the Grammys and all that stuff every fucking year, whatever. But yeah, she's, if I'm gonna be real with you guys, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, I think the only reason why she's even heavily involved in certain dark work or dark energy work is because it was introduced to her through him, allegedly. Okay, this isn't a victim villain story, and the fact that that's showing up on her end says a lot. Okay, we're gonna get to Jay at this time. All right, we're gonna use the same deck and get a couple of these for him. And the way I have the cards set up on the table, you have Jay kind of just staring very intently at Beyonce's card, and she's not necessarily looking in his direction. Okay, she's facing him but not looking at him. But he is staring at her card very, very intensely. What is Jay's energy, please, at this time in regards to Beyonce, or just in general? What is the energy with Jay at this time? Please and thank you. Oh wow. Okay. Clean slate is showing up, and you have double life. Okay, I just heard something about like Gemini season, Gemini energy could be important, a particular Gemini. I just double life with this mask energy. But clean slate, it says a full reset is now in play. So again, to kind of go back to what I mentioned earlier about a lifestyle change, something happening very drastically. Yeah, a full reset is now in play. Past decisions, outdated dynamics, and former versions of self are no longer calling the shots. So that's basically saying the old you, the old semantics, or the old shenanigans are not working. Okay? Makes sense. Double life. Someone is juggling stories, identities, or relationships and hoping no one notices the overlap. These are fucking amazing cards for this energy right here. I mean, can you be any more clear? I mentioned just before, I got a third party download with this falling in love card. I don't know why, but I did. And then you have the double life energy here. Not only that, okay, because I think I can't imagine a majority of the general public thinks that he's loyal. Okay, I'm pretty sure a lot of us don't think that. But with double life, not only that, but juggling stories and identities of self. I mean, it's like, who are you really? And I think he's starting to realize that, like, the mask is starting to have to fall off or crack, be exposed. You see the light trying to shine through the background here, and a clean slate. Old and former outdated dynamics and former versions of self are no longer calling the shots. You're no longer in control the way that maybe you're acclimated to. Okay. Ooh. What is this double life and clean slate, please? And hoping no one notices the overlap. Yeah, because we're all just supposed to be blind, deaf, dumb, and retarded, you know? So, ooh, gold digger. Okay, that's so funny. I just talked about Gemini energy. Isn't Gold Digger is a Kanye West song. Kanye West is definitely a Gemini, all right? Not that he has anything to do with this, but it's just funny. But yeah, anyway, this connection comes with a price tag. Eesh, it's calculated, strategic, and dripping in dollar signs. Didn't I just say a few minutes ago how Jay wouldn't necessarily be in the place that he's in to a certain degree without her attached at his hip? And I ain't saying he's a gold digger, okay? But he looks at her as like a gold mine, basically. That's why I said it's kind of almost like he put them to work. Or in this case, put Beyoncé, put her to work. It's calculated and strategic. And I told you, like, they needed some money. They needed a lot of money out of this. Or maybe I didn't say that, but if it's my first time saying that, I apologize. But it's almost like, again, very performative. They really needed the money or something. And I'm not saying that they're necessarily just hurting that bad or broke as hell. Definitely not your regular everyday civilian broke. But they could be hurting here financially. What is this, please? What is his energy at this time? In regards to Beyonce? Ooh. Fantasy world. Ooh. Head in the clouds. Heart-chasing fairy tales. The truth is getting lost in all the sparkle. So didn't I say before, a little while ago, how like all of the general public, we're just supposed to be blind, deaf, and dumb, just in la la land. You know, we're just supposed to be under this spell that this black boule, black excellence thing that they do, prison reform is really how they give it up. And I'm not saying that they don't do anything, but it's getting like a cover up, like it's fake. It's a sham, it's a farce, you know? The truth is getting lost in all the sparkle. And it's almost as if it gives off the energy of like delirium or delusion. I don't know which word I want to use right now, but delirium/delusion is what I get with this. It's okay. Are you not realizing, or you're not accepting, you're in denial possibly, that the former versions of self and the old dynamics and shenanigans are no longer working? Got it. Okay. Even bringing out the gold mine, even that may not be working the way that it used to. Okay, something like that. What is this? Trusted friend. Okay, it says there's no mask here. Just a rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. How is that true if this is showing up underneath double life? So which one is it? Is it double life? We can't trust you, or we can, okay? Trusted friend and double life. What I'm getting from that too, I just got to download someone here that he's connected to very heavily. I don't think he considers anybody a real friend. However, I do feel like there's someone that he could be in business with that is gonna either like tell on him, snitch on him. They're working both sides, basically. Someone that he trusts very heavily is kind of working both sides here. And I don't mean with Beyonce, I mean like with law enforcement is the energy that I'm getting. Okay. Can you give me more on this, please, for Jay? Wow. The audacity. That's funny. Look at this. The audacity. Boundaries were crossed. And the worst part, they acted like it was their right. That is too funny. It's giving like ignorance, arrogance. Someone who steps and walks all over people and thinks that it's funny, or thinks that they have the authority to do that because they think they're better than you. Whatever is the energy I get from this. Okay, it is what I'm getting from this too, between him and her. He feels as though he has some type of jurisdiction over Beyonce. And he feels as though it's his right. Numbing out here showing up. Okay, it's a guy at a bar. It says they say they've got it under control, but the pattern is starting to show. Yep, you're supposed to have everything under control. You thought that, again, the general public is supposed to stay blind, deaf, and dumb, and just fall for the bullshit. Like maybe you're used to people falling for the bullshit every time, or the storylines, the narratives, and all that. Okay, but the pattern is starting to show. When life gets heavy, their escape route is always chemical. Interesting. I don't really get Jay-Z as like a drinker or a smoker for real. Maybe like casually, but I don't get him as somebody who like indulges in an excessive way necessarily. But when it comes to Beyonce though, allegedly entertainment purposes only, I do feel like he may keep her under some type of control in that way. Allegedly. Let me get one more, please. Oh, what is this? Live and learn. Okay, there could be some type of karmic lesson about to show up for Jay-Z. Mistakes were made, but what matters is what's being done differently now. Okay, and then you have doing the work at the bottom. Growth is happening behind the scenes, healing patterns, owning the truth, and unlearning survival mode. Oh wow, test results, breaking free. Yeah, so okay, I'm hearing, this is weird because I've never really heard this through a reading before, but I'm hearing holier than thou. Holier than thou. So he could feel like maybe he's going to do something to absolve whatever bad things he may have done in the past here. I wouldn't be surprised that when certain things start coming out, that they may try to, again, control the narrative or do this, again, like quote unquote holier than thou campaign, or we're here to help the little hungry babies and get people out of prison and whatnot thing. They could get really heavy on that. The more things start to come out, or the more that they realize that there is not as much control anymore, they're going to keep upping the ante is what it's giving, to try to combat or again keep control of the narrative, yet making bank. And they're in need of some type of money here. Yeah, a new level of wealth, power, and confidence is activating. Interesting. So yeah, they still, at least he could still feel like, again, in control, like he's still in a lot of power. Nothing is ever going to happen or crumble or fall apart. But again, the audacity, the ignorance, the arrogance here is just screaming. Okay. Let's see. I swear, there were a couple decks I really wanted to get into. I'm going to use maybe one or two of these. It's called the Dead Inside deck. Very, very cute deck. Off of Amazon. It was actually gifted to the channel. So shout out to the channel member, the family member that gifted that deck to the channel, and all the gifted decks. Anybody that has ever gifted a deck or supported the channel in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate you guys so much more than you even understand. But yeah, we're going to use this deck and go back to Beyoncé. Again, with her, it's definitely showing up as like a lifestyle change is about to happen, but she's riding till the wheels fall off, but she's going to be forced to kind of break out of this toxic tie. The fact that she's even acknowledging this as a toxic tie says a lot, okay? Spilled tea. Again, gossip is currency, and someone just cashed in when the tea is this hot. You better believe it's being passed around. So there's going to be a lot of chit chatter going on around her or about her and her husband. There's something here on camera. I'm hearing like director's cut. Yikes. And you all know that rumor. If okay, please connect with me. Connect with me, y'all, okay? You know what I'm talking about. An old tape, allegedly. With Beyoncé. Well, let's see. Allegedly. What's her energy? Please and thank you. At this time, in regards to Jay. Oh, vanished while meditating. Mind fog, awareness collapse. Didn't I? You guys, you can't make this up. I already said every time I tap into her energy, no matter what deck I use, how long it's been since the last reading, she always comes through as like this scattered mental state, like very fractured, or you flip a switch and then it's like a whole alter ego or something. Mind fog, awareness collapse. It almost looks like the guy or the skeleton figure is disappearing into some type of digital world or something. What is this? Vanished while meditating. Okay, your soul left the meeting. Yeah, disconnection. Existential dread. Oh, geez. You got another ghost, a phantom energy here, okay? Your soul left the meeting. So she's, completely disconnected. And it's like, you sit and do something for so long, or scroll for so long, stare at a computer for so long. Maybe like your body is physically there, but you're mentally checked out because now you're thinking about what's for dinner. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm here, but mentally I'm not here. I always get that with her. So there's like an emotional disconnection here between him and her, but again, it's coming through as like a toxic tie. I get this vibe from her where it's like, get out, but you can't get away, and that's why it's like, I'm gonna ride or die till the wheels fall off. Maybe because she just feels like she has no choice but to. My goodness. Treating drama as therapy, chaos addiction, and misprocessing. Personal growth, drama, gossip. I don't know if you guys can see that. Drama, gossip, it says in this book. Wow. What is this? We already got another card here about drama and gossip with her. That's the thing too about Beyonce and Jay-Z. I don't know why people think that these people are just phantoms and they don't exist on the internet unless they post when we want them to. No, they're there the same way we be there. They see the same like gossip channels and blogs and stuff like that and conversations that we do. Okay, it's giving like burner accounts and burner pages for sure. Thought it was a vibe. Red flags, fantasy, false hope. So yeah, it's giving like highway to hell, roller coaster to hell. Okay, this roller coaster is on fire right now. Ignoring the red flags is more of what I'm getting from this, okay? Fantasy land. Another confirmation here. Fantasy world. So it's like she's just here for the ride. She's just going for it. Again, physically here, but mentally or spiritually just gone. false hope. Wow. Okay, let's use the same deck. We're gonna go back to Jay really quick because I have another deck that I really want to get into, and I don't want to keep y'all here forever and a day. Okay, you have still not over it. Wow, it says regret, looping thoughts, lingering feelings, ghosted again, rejection, silence, confusion. Yeah, so the more like she may try to heal or focus on maybe meditation and healing, and I'm hearing it come through as coming back home. The more she tries to do that, the more she may start to remember certain things, which may induce some type of regret or like these looping thoughts. But it doesn't stay for too long. It doesn't stay for long. Like it could be like those moments where she'll have her memory back of certain events for maybe a day or two, and then it's right back to the numbing out, the substance use, allegedly. Okay, maybe I can't say that for certain, but that's just what it feels like. And then it's like you're right back on the roller coaster ride to hell, because she can't fully get out. I hope that makes sense how I'm explaining it, you guys. And I always get with her too, there could be somebody trying to help her spiritually, but it's very hard. It's very difficult. It's like she could also be very stubborn as well, because again, a major plot twist, a drastic change in the lifestyle, that would be a lot for her. I feel like it would just very difficult. But, or again, the person she's attached to, okay, Jay-Z, is what's making it very fucking difficult. Okay, what is this, please? Have live and learn, numbing out. Again, with Jay, I definitely see with this old, outdated dynamics and former versions are no longer working. Okay, someone is juggling storylines and identities and relationships. So some of these relationships that he has with some people that he trusts, okay, are falling apart, and he's going to realize that he can't trust them, or he's figuring that out slowly but surely. There's people turning on him, basically. Manifesting sleep, okay, spiritual fatigue, wishful thinking, burnout nap. That's funny. Now you got someone here meditating, okay, with crystals and white candles. Jay-Z is definitely like spiritually inclined, not necessarily of the light, but he is, okay. Spiritual fatigue, wishful thinking. Yeah, it's like hoping for the best, expecting the best, but not realizing. Again, it's giving like heavy in denial energy, basically. What is this? Warning, vibes, intuition, ignorance, self-betrayal. It says you knew, you ignored it. Yeah, you can't make this up. Didn't I say a few minutes ago was like the denial is so heavy? It's like you can know or feel that something's changing or happening or coming, whatever. But it's like, nah, we're going to be good. There's no way. I'm holier than thou. You know what I mean? I'm with B. There's no way. But it's like, no, you knew what was happening. You knew what was coming. You ignored it because you were ignorant. And again, what is this? The audacity. You didn't think it could ever happen to you. But you ignored all the signs, all the red flags. Okay, I'm hearing he's ignored all the spiritual signs and physical signs. Self-betrayal. Wow. Okay, let me go more on this, please. Like, don't these people have spiritualists that they work with? Are they not telling them this? What's going on here? What is this? Made the list, ignored the list, guilt, avoidance, and shut down. Wow. So another energy of ignoring something. What is this? Laughing through the pain. Yeah, another masked energy, okay? Humor as a shield, disguise. So it's, again, very performative. Somebody who's very performative, they're trying to cover up I'm getting an energy of a band-aid. They're trying to cover up a lot of bullshit that can't necessarily only survive with just a band-aid on it necessarily. And the band-aid reference would be them being on stage and doing this black boule, black excellence stuff. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. That band-aid is no longer fucking working. It's worked for a long fucking time. I will say that. Toting Beyoncé around with you all these years, that band-aid was working for a very long time, but not anymore, okay? Very performative. Insecurity, pretense, and self-doubt, self-betrayal, again, and resentment. As I split the deck, panicking. This guy is up here sweating on stage. Okay, I think there was a video of Jay-Z, or was it a video or an interview? I forgot what it was, but he said he starts, when he gets nervous, he starts laughing or something, or... Oh, no, he said he starts to tell the truth when he's nervous. That's what it is. I forgot where that was from. It was like, I start to tell the truth when I'm nervous. Yeah. Doom scrolling at 3 a.m. Insomnia, anxiety loop, internet spiral, doom scrolling. Didn't I say these motherfuckers be up and they be on their phones looking at the same type of blogs and gossips and conversations we do? Come on now. Doom scrolling at 3 a.m. Seeing the headlines, breaking news, what people are saying about him. That's why they always have to be in control of the narrative, but are one step ahead of the game. And it's people know that. We see that. We feel that. Like, hello, we're here. We see y'all. You know what I mean? Again, I just get a very heavy energy of like ignorance with him. Now, I'm going to get into a couple of these intuitive Kev cards as well. I hope I don't get too lost in this deck, because this deck is a little messy. And I feel like I can spend a lot of time in it. So we're going to go back to Beyoncé. This isn't making any sense to y'all. You guys like the vibes here on this channel. Share if you care. Again, leave a like. It's absolutely free. Hype up the video, okay? And look at this. As I split the deck, I'm getting ready to shuffle. You have surprise and legal. We had a plot twist card show up. Boom, out of nowhere, okay? I'm hearing Drake. The jig is up. Okay, what is this? He gives more clear and concise messages when it comes to the energy with Beyoncé at this time. Please and thank you. Again, physically here, but just the soul has left the building. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, check the fuck out completely. Just not there. It's almost like I'm seeing two different people. I'm getting like two different energies, and I'm in her energy. Wow. Okay, what is this? Twin flame is showing up. That's so funny that twin flame is here. Again, it's giving Gemini energy. I said two versions, getting two different energies here. One soul, two bodies, almost. Twin flame. Twin flame dynamics are not ones to be played with. They can be very difficult, very testing, very trying. This is definitely not her fucking twin flame, okay? We have soulmate and destruction. Maybe more of a karmic soulmate, okay? Soulmate and destruction, but we're in her energy, so maybe she could just view him as that, you know, the love of her life, obviously her soulmate, her bond, again, the Clyde to her Bonnie, just her forever man. So that could be why she's looking at him as like the twin flame. But okay, girl, what is this? Why is it serious, please? Mature man, emotional pain. Yeah, I told you, if she were, and obviously Jay is quite a few years older than her. I believe he's got at least 13, 12 years on Beyoncé. But emotional pain, she'd be very hurt or sad without him being around. Something about her father could be significant. I just got a download. I really didn't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but something could be going on with her dad, or maybe back in the day her dad could have tried to tell her like not to deal with this man, meaning Jay-Z, not to be with him. Like, nah, you could do better than that, blah, 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 but she didn't listen, is the energy I get with this. Okay. Oh, wow, you have abuse here. At the bottom. I feel like it's more like financial abuse more than anything. Financial abuse, emotional abuse. Okay, I just heard something about drug abuse too, allegedly. Unexpected money, and you have priestess here. Okay, I told you she's high ranking. She's definitely very high ranking, and that's like another altar of hers that I'm getting with this energy too. So I don't think she necessarily gets paid to do like spiritual work, but she could pay somebody to do spiritual work for her. But she's definitely very like high ranking for sure, or she goes to someone that is, but I definitely feel like she is. Unexpected money and priestess. But then there's another person in her energy too with this high priestess that is trying to help her break free from these toxic ties. Oh, wow. Karmic feminine. Yikes. Okay, what is this? You have healer. Wow, you can't make it up. I told you. There's a healer in her energy and a priest. Yep, you can't make this up. You can't make it up. So yeah, I can't help but feel like there's some type of struggle or battle here between like light and dark, light and dark. Like one version of her wanting to escape with Jay from Jay, then the other version that's just riding till the wheels fall off. There's a part of her that wants to heal, and the other part of her is like still involved in like dark energy work. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, boss. And I'm sorry if I pause for a minute, you guys. That's just me channeling, okay? What is this? Something still very unexpected. Like, again, a major plot twist, a major shift, a lifestyle shift is going to come out of nowhere. You have real love here showing up. So, again, she views him as somebody that's like, again, like the love of her life or someone she couldn't ever be without. And that makes sense. They're showing up in the high priest and high priestess energy. Now, not necessarily of the light, but that's how she's viewing this relationship, this situation. Okay, faith. What is her energy, please and thank you? Ooh, bondage. Here it is. You can't make it up. It's almost similar to this toxic ties card. Bondage. So this is the other part of her that's like, but in the same breath, how is this real love if you're in bondage? How does that make sense? Again, you guys, we are channeling. I'm reading from a fractured mind state, a person with a fractured mind state, allegedly. Okay? So yeah, we know this doesn't make sense in our right minds. But again, the energy that we're in, yeah. This is why this is showing up like this. In bondage, though. Again, it's giving like trying to get out. Yeah, false information, false documents, false statements and agreements. It's like, I'm here, but I really don't want to be here for real. Ascending. Yeah, she's trying to ascend out of this energy and heal. Or again, there's someone around her, a person who is a high priestess around her that's trying to help her heal and ascend out of this situation. But again, it's getting very difficult. Spiritual bondage, basically. Okay. Oof. You have lust here. Yikes. Okay. Let me get one or two more of these. Oh, and here it is. Faith. So this is the third time I'm seeing this. It's like she's trying to keep the faith. I also get with this, she wants the general public to keep having faith in her as well. There could be like another business fucking move or another money grab coming from the camp of Beyoncé, or the sacred product, something new out of nowhere, an album or something to gouge fucking people's pockets. I'm telling you, they need this money right now. And you have commitment. Yep, that's the marriage again. The first, very first card I had for her was wedding day. Here it is again, the commitment. When you have faith in the commitment, it's probably because, you know, you're standing 10 toes in it. You're not going anywhere. Sheesh. Unbothered, courthouse, high honor. Yeah, you're coming up as unbothered, but when these legalities start popping up and coming through out of the fuck nowhere from very high level government, okay? This is not no civil stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. And I was picking up the Gemini earlier. The person sitting up in high honor in the White House is who? Donald Trump, who's a Gemini. So something could be going on with that. Okay, you have unbothered here. They want to seem or come off as unfazed or unbothered, but whole time there could be a lot of eyes on them from very high places in the government. Yeah. Ooh, shit. The house. Oh, Lord. Okay. Something about a house getting looked at, raided, or I'm seeing like a very large document. It's a huge, very large document, but it's in regards to somebody's house. Yikes. Ooh, and here's the Jezebel. Oh, that lustful spirit. Okay, you want to come off as unbothered, and you just want people to spend their fucking money, and you want us to be unbothered or not worried about this shit either. But this relationship, this commitment you're in could be the only reason why you're on that roller coaster ride down to the fucking shitter that we saw. Okay, woo, we're just on this ride, woo, right, girl. I almost feel bad for her, but like not really. Karmic feminine again, and then destruction. And like, why are you even showing up as a karmic feminine? Okay. Again, I see her trying to heal and really escape and ascend out of this energy, but there's some type of very heavy spiritual bondage here that I'm seeing. I'm just hearing like I can't get out. I can't get out is what I just heard. Yikes. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go back to Jay with him. We have, again, you knew, you ignored it. You ignored the signs. You ignored the vibes. And I'm getting this very specific energy about him and the Grammys. So it's coming through like, well, you should have known that we've been stopped fucking with you and we didn't want to give her this award 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You should have known that by now is what I'm getting. But he just is too arrogant or just too on his fucking high horse to get it or accept it. Okay, third party situation and hello at the bottom. I don't read reversals, but it's in the reverse. Okay, I told you before there's some type of third party situation around affair, relationship wise and business wise. And whoever this third party is business wise, someone that he trusts or is involved very heavily with his dealings, they're working on the other side too, allegedly. Okay. Ooh, damn. Voodoo, you can't make it up. The spiritual bondage is coming from him. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. I told you the only reason why she's even involved some of this dark ass shit is because he introduced her to it. Yeah, oh, look, you can't make it. Relationship. You can't make it up. Why is it here, please? Voodoo practitioner. And it's like putting a spell over the people. Okay, you guys, that concert, again, I give credit where it's due. His stage presence was definitely there. The engagement was there. Obviously, the crowd was there and very engaged. The clips looked great. However, that was like a huge fucking ritual at the end of the day. I'm sorry, because they need to garner our energy. 3 days of 50,000 people in a row is a lot of energy. Okay? And it's like they need to recoup that financially and almost like it's like vampirically, like a vampire. Massive ritual, basically, for energetic harvesting, basically, because they need it. It's almost giving like Monsters Inc. Okay, the movie Monsters Inc. They were siphoning children's energy through their screams. Okay, kind of creepy when you think about it and just put it out loud like that. Great movie, but creepy concept. Okay. Oh, look at this as you split the deck. Imprisonment. You won't be able to move how you want to move. He could be trying to like go overseas or something. Weren't they supposed to move to like the UK? What happened to that? Something about extradition could be important, but imprisonment here? Ooh-wee. You better hope not. Okay, what is this? What's in your energy? What is this? Abundance, okay. So having to do work here, literally work physically, like what we saw at this concert, possibly dropping merch, doing an album, maybe, I don't know, a tour. I told you Beyonce's going to drop or do something and trying to gain some more money out of people. But abundance here, having to do work physically and spiritually to try to keep and maintain this abundance, okay? What is this? Karmic feminine, interesting. Now we know he's not a man. There is a karmic masculine card in this deck too, but you have karmic feminine showing up. And what I'm getting from this intuitively is that he's viewing the woman or the person, the high priestess, trying to help her as a karmic feminine. That could be the third party as well. But, oh, wow. And this woman looks like she's holding something behind her back. So again, there's also another person here that maybe he could work with or get some money with and is very heavily involved in his business dealings. That could also be a karmic feminine in his energy because she's working on the other side. She's working against him. He don't even realize it. Wow. Okay, what is this energy, please? Okay, yeah, look, work, labor, effort. So he's basically being put back out there to work. Okay, the horse is out of the motherfucking stable because the horse farm needs some money from their best workhorse, basically. Okay, but the workhorse doesn't operate as well without its backup workhorse being Beyonce. I told you, doing work physically and then work spiritually. Okay, wow. What is this? Oh, okay. Courthouse was flipped over for some reason. Okay, you have bliss. Yep, again, I feel like that's more so for the public. And ignorance is bliss is basically perfect example with this card. Ignorance is bliss. It's like he's avoidant of what could possibly be coming down the pipeline here. Yeah, unbothered was flipped over also. They want us to believe that they're unbothered. Another card is flipped over. Courthouse, here it is. Yep. Unbothered, or they want to seem or come off unbothered when there's a lot of different things going on in the background legally. Okay, courthouse. What is this? You have star seed showing up here. I told you, and this is showing up with the karmic feminine. As I'm clarifying, you're viewing this whoever the star seed is, or again the high priestess healer in Beyonce's energy as a karmic feminine because she's trying to help her heal and get out of this toxic ass situation with you. Or come back to her real normal self. Come back home, basically. Okay, child. Because right now it's giving like arrested development. It's like because her mental space is still stuck here. The number 18 is on this card specifically. I don't know if they met each other when Beyonce was 18. Obviously Jay has quite a few years on her, but Beyonce was young, like 18, 17. So her mind frame is still in this place. And again, she has like these altered or other fractured parts of her brain where there's a lot of suppressed memories that will come back every once in a while. But he needs her to stay in that child arrested development energy, okay? La fantasy world land. Okay, here it is. Wow, destruction. Ignorance is bliss to what could possibly be coming down the pipeline. And you're doing all this work, putting yourself back out there so heavily at damn near 60 years old because you have to. Yeah, look, false narrative. And the false narratives are no longer working anymore. Okay? Destruction. I mean, the more you do that, the more destructive the things are going to be, it's giving. Or the more that the universe is going to work against him. Obsession, mentally and emotionally unstable. I told you, the things that they be watching and seeing online the same way that we do, it bothers him. It bothers him. Allegedly entertainment purposes only. Obsession. It could be someone who's like obsessed with, again, maintaining certain false narratives here. I mean, Jesus, I mean, they either whatever you're covering up is that fucking bad, or you just like to be admired and adored so much that you wouldn't even know how to exist without it. Okay, wow, look, awakening and then divination. Wow, that's funny. Awakening and divination. So it's like, yeah, you have no choice but to wake up and smell the coffee, wake up and smell the flowers. Okay, keeping people under like some type of spell or an illusion here. The general public is waking up to the illusion, essentially. And again, he's worried here about his wife waking up. But because of whoever the hell she's involved with, talking to, dealing with, it could really very well much so be her sister, who's like the spiritual healer or something like that. Okay, and then you have high honor here showing up as well. I'm telling you, very high level law enforcement, high level people in the government are watching him. Okay, you have somebody here again doing with a crystal ball, so she can see things, see through the veil, right? Someone who does divination or can see the future. People in very high places are watching him, basically. And he has very high rank spiritually as well, same way that she does. But it's almost as if like they're losing their rank. Yikes, opposition, message, yeah, love spell, rich girl. An alarming message, a message of concern here. Because the people that are opposing him or that are against him, that he's against, or he's going to be very surprised to see the general public against him. Okay, rich girl, love spell, entity attachment. You can't make this shit up. Doing work over the general public. I told you that console was a giant fucking ritual to harvest energy here to continue feeding these entities. You can't make this up. But all of that is going to it's still going to land you in the same place. Imprisonment. Allegedly entertainment purposes only. Wow. Oh, shit. Not the family right underneath that. Not the whole family, okay? Wow. You cannot make this up. Oh, that's the only way you're going to be able to see your motherfucking family, possibly, allegedly. And the only way, I'm telling you, the only way that Beyonce is going to get out of the goddamn way is if she's forced to, or if she finally fully wakes the fuck up before all of this shit happens, these major plot twists occur. Or again, like she's forced to. I think I already said that. I told you there's some very heavy spiritual bondage going on here. He's done a lot to keep her exactly where the fuck she's at. And her like kind of partially waking up, she's like very half-ass on the fence, but then still on the other side of the fence, perhaps still involved in some very dark energy work involved with this man. It's going to be very difficult for her to get out of that until she fully commits to getting out of it. You know? My goodness. I'm going to get a couple pieces of tarot for you guys. Yeah, look at this. Family, false documents. You got a lot of people could be implicated. A lot of people could be implicated. And I really hate to say this, but I would not be surprised if Jay was the type to just throw his family under the damn bus to maintain, again, the false narratives or maintain some type of image or something. Okay, I'm going to get a couple pieces of tarot, and then we'll get you guys out of here, okay? Definitely make sure you leave a like, share if you care, all right? 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So 7 of Pentacles can be investments, something that you spend a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tear and energy into. 8 of Wands is usually something moving forward in a positive fashion, some type of travel, communication. I told you before, they could have been investing in like traveling or moving across waters, across the world, or something like that. What is this? Ooh, Knight of Swords. That can be a message coming in. Some type of sense of urgency. Rushing in to communicate. some type of act of aggression as well as what I'm getting with that Knight of Swords. There's going to be something that shifts very quickly. This Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands energy moves very fast. What may have felt like some type of karma or retribution that's been boiling for a very long time, something here is about to move very quickly, like suddenly, out of nowhere. I don't think either one of them are really expecting it. It's like they feel it, they know it, but it's going to just come out of nowhere. Something here. What is this? Five of Swords. Okay, that could be competition and a very harsh argument. Jealousy, envy, some type of verbal conflict, manipulation even. And the thing is too, they spent a lot of time and energy investing, and money obviously, investing into false narratives, manipulating the public, manipulating people's minds. Five of Swords is a mental card, okay? Anything with swords is mental. And Five of Swords is definitely competitive energy, argumentative, or manipulative. Okay? By any means necessary, willing to do or say, or again, create any false narrative they can to maintain what they've been maintaining for all these years. Okay, this is going to be so much worse than Diddy. It's not even funny. The Fool, the leap of faith, taking a risk of some sort, a new beginning, a fresh new start. Yeah, I see them like trying to get away or like travel and go across the water. I was hearing the word extradition. They may try to go to a country that has like no extradition laws, but again, something's going to come out of nowhere and happen so swiftly. It's like they're not even going to have time or a chance. Oh, damn, the Hangman and the Chariot, Two of Pentacles. Now, when you have the Hangman and the Chariot, that's like your progress or movement forward can be very delayed or stuck, kind of hanging in the balance. Okay, the Chariot can also be vehicular transportation, EMS, medical services, or even police. Okay, law enforcement for sure. It's almost like law enforcement may get involved and hang up your plans or delay your plans here. Two of Pentacles, juggling, going in and out, back and forth, indecision, having a lot of things on your mind or on your plate. It's like doing a juggling, balancing act. The Hangman can also be a changed perspective. Okay, looking at things differently. You have the Star here. Oh, geez. Ha! Okay. The Star, Aquarius energy. That can also be healing, restoration, faith. It's like they feel like they have built something so strong that can never be broken, that can never fall apart, it can never be penetrated. It's like they can never end up like Diddy or something like that, just as an example. And then something here that happened, obviously, with like the Aquarius. We already know the Aquarius attached to both of them, Beyoncé and Jay-Z, okay, Megan Thee Stallion. Them being heavily invested in her is going to create some type of conflict here. Or there's some type of conflict or drama extending from them heavily investing into her. Okay, ooh, geez, the Death card. Wow, a massive ending or a major shift or transformation. Scorpio energy. Oof. Yikes. Yeah, so just when they thought that they had the public back in their grasp or back in their control or something, it's like, boom, the Death card, a massive shift, a change in atmosphere, a change in narrative or environment, or a massive ending in something. Yikes. Two of Swords, Ten of Cups. Yeah, people are not going to be in denial or blind to the truth anymore. What is Death card about? Wow. Something around Scorpio season could be very important. Damn it, and here she is, Queen of Swords. Wow. Literally, here she is. The Aquarius again, Queen of Swords. That can also be law enforcement too, you guys. Usually a judge, a lawyer, a prosecutor, or again, just someone in law enforcement or professional. And this is showing up with the Chariot. Yep, you can't make it up. It's like law enforcement is about to come through quick, fast, in a hurry, out of nowhere. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police, okay? And it's going to be with nothing but truth with these giant swords. Something around like Cancer season or Scorpio season is important. So maybe Scorpio season of this year into Cancer season of next year could be important with this. Yikes.